Alright, what's good everybody? It's your boy Akeem. Welcome to this vlog. Here to give you a preview of the Buffalo Wild Wings Citrus Bowl between number 14 Michigan against number 19 Florida. I hope this game is going to be as great as the Capital One Bowl years ago. With Chad Henne, Mike Hart, Joe Hayden, Percy Harvin, Tim Tebow. That was a great matchup between these two teams, and I hope this is going to be the same here because both these two teams have do have some great players defensively. Now I'm going to start off with Michigan. This year they're led by quarterback Jake Rudock, who is a transfer from Iowa, and it was a great idea for him to transfer to Michigan and learn under the tutelage of Coach Jim Harbaugh. He's been doing a good job coaching quarterbacks into the National Football League. Now Rudock's not a highly prospect for the 2016 NFL Draft, but he did definitely at least caught some attention. Hopefully he could be drafted next season. Now he does have a couple of receivers that he does like to throw to, in Amara Duval, J.U. Chesson, and the tight end Jake Butt, who has over 600 yards receiving. Now defensively, there are two guys that I do like. I'm starting with senior defensive tackle Willie Henry, who has 34 tackles and 7 sacks. And they also have the star player on the secondary in Jabril Peppers, a highly recruited player coming out of high school in the state of New Jersey. This is his sophomore season. Now for Florida, they actually was a good team who headed into the SEC championship, but really they kind of started falling apart in the middle of the season. Now starting the year, they started off great until the game against LSU, in which quarterback Will Grier was actually had a couple of great games this season, but he was actually taken out for the remainder of the year and dismissed because of him being tested positive for illegal substances for performance-enhancing drugs. So they had to rely on Treon Harris at the helm at quarterback, and he only has 9 touchdown passes, while five picks, compared to 10 touchdown passes and 3 interceptions for Will Grier. Now they do have a good running back in Kelvin Taylor, who has just under 1,000 yards rushing, but only 4 yards per carry, and he does have 13 rushing touchdowns. Now his yards per carry would definitely have increased had he had a better performance from his quarterback this season. I think that's just my personal opinion. Now they do have a couple of decent receivers in Antonio Callaway as well as Demarcus Robinson. Demarcus Robinson has some off-the-field issues as well, and I do like the uses of both their tight ends in Jake McGee and DeAndre Goolsby. Now, as far as the defensive side, the top 2 recruits, the prospects that I'm looking at for the 2016 NFL Draft are Vernon Hargreaves, the defensive back at cornerback. He has 31 tackles and 4 interceptions this season. He is an excellent cover corner. And lastly, Jonathan Bullard, who is a great defensive lineman at 6 foot at 283 pounds. He has 60 tackles and 7 sacks this season, but he also has 17 and a half tackles for loss, which are great numbers. He could definitely be at least a top, at least in the third round of this year's NFL Draft. We will see this upcoming season. Now, for my prediction in this one, this is a scare for me, but I'm gonna have to go with Michigan only because I do not have any faith in Treon Harris. He definitely panics against tougher defenses, and he doesn't do too well under pressure. He hasn't shown us anything, and is a replacement for Will Grier. So Florida's definitely going to be looking at finding a new quarterback to replace him in the next upcoming seasons, unless he just gets his act together and Coach Jim McClellan can actually tutor him to become a better quarterback and a more confident pocket passer. Now he is just a sophomore, so he does have some years left, but I just have zero faith in him. I think that Michigan's defense is going to do just good enough to hold out the offense for Florida. Now the next time I'm going to catch you guys will be in just about 10 minutes. I'm going to have more blogs for you for today. Thank you for watching this blog. I'm your man Akeem Call. Be easy.